Hello everyone, I am Alexis Joanino and I am the leader of Group 6 and I will be sharing and discussing to you about the Sustainable Tourism Development Plan for Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort. Here is the first figure, which is the tourism profile. So the tourism profile consists the name of site, and our chosen site is Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort. So here is the province. The province is Carmen, Cebu, particularly in Barangay Corte, and it is Region 7, and the estimated population here is 57,897. And the land area is 84.78 square kilometer. The number of barangays here is 21 with 3 ethnic groups. They are the highest groups that I have chosen: the Arumanon, Muslim, Maguindawanon, and Christian. The usual region is here, or the majority is Roman Catholic. Also, there are other people who are Muslim and Baptist, but usually is Roman Catholic. So the language spoken here is Cebuano or Bisaya, our own, a very own dialect. The major economic activities is the sinomay industry, the local government units, which is headed by Mayor Carlo Mariano T. Villamor and Vice Mayor Martin Gerald T. Villamor, and the tourism officer headed by Helen C. Suico. So the table 1 here is the tourism attraction and activities. So it consists category, attraction, location, and activities. So the first category we have here is the nature tourism, which consists of forest, rivers, lakes, inland waters, coastal and marine areas, mountains, wildlife, flora and fauna, and other geologic formations. So the attraction is in Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort. It is located in Corte, Carmen, Cebu. The activities you can do there is to relax and unwind in the resort's natural cold spring. The second category is the cultural tourism, the zoo, cathedrals, churches, gardens, museums, and other structures and buildings, events and festivals, folk music, and dance local culture. So its attraction is Cebu Safari and Adventure Park. It is also located in Corte, Carmen, Cebu. So the activities is to discover different animals or sightseeing. The third category is the sand and beach tourism. So beach water activities or island hopping. You can do that in Marik Beach Resort. So it is located in Bantek, Carmen, Cebu. So mainly the activities you can do there is to swim. The last one, or the fourth one, is the education tourism. So the attraction is courses offered by Cebu Technological University. It is located in Carmen, Cebu, or Carmen campus. Then the activities is of course educational tour. Next is the figure 1, the local tourism map of Carmen, Cebu. Mainly the map of the site, which is the Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort.
Good day, Ms. Dan. I am Jessamine C. Agipu and I am assigned to this topic, which is the accommodation and the other facilities. So allow me to discuss about this topic with the information that we have gathered. So let's start. First, we have the nature of accommodation. For the establishments, we have the Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort's room and guest house. So it is located in one of the mountainous barangays in Corte, Carmen, Cebu. Next, we have the restaurant and dining places. And for the establishments, we have the Skiers Bar and Grill. It is located along the National Highway Dallas Norte, Carmen, Cebu. They are open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekdays. So for the contact details, it is all provided above. And next, we have the transportation. So for the establishments, we have the North Bus Terminal. And for the location, it is located in Cebu. It is near in SM City, Cebu. So guys, if you have planned to go there, you can take a bus in the North Bus Terminal. So while commuting, you can ask the driver to drop you off in the Carmen Plaza or in the public market. And you can ride a habal-habal driver and ask the driver to take you at Durano Eco Farm. So next, we have the shopping centers and market. For the establishments, we have the Carmen Public Market, and it is located in Carmen, Cebu. So next, for the nature, we have banks. And for the establishments, it is we have the Luyang Consolidated Multi-Purpose Cooperative, and it is also located in Carmen, Cebu. Next, we have the health services. It is so we have for the establishments, we have the Carmen Rural Health Unit, and it is also located in Carmen, Cebu. Next, in the nature, we have the travel agencies and tour operators. So for the establishments, we have the leisure travel and tours, and it is also located in Carmen, Cebu. So next, we have the souvenir shop. So for the establishments, we have the custom crafts crib. So guys, if you have planned to buy souvenirs that you can take to your family, or you can buy at the Carmen Cebu Custom Crafts Crib. Next, we have the internet shop. For the establishments, they have a PW's Net and Store. It is located in Bless Street, Carmen, Cebu. Next, we have the libraries. So for the establishments, they have the CTO Carmen Library. It is located in Poblacion, Carmen, Cebu. And next, we have the gasoline station. And for the establishments, we have the Premier Star Oil Gas Station INC. And it is also located in Carmen, Cebu. So next, we have the place of worship. So for the establishments, they have St. Augustine Parish Church. So it was established as a parish on August 19, 1851. A Spanish era church or choral stone was torn down in the 1960s. So for the eco farm, it is I can suggest you guys, because this eco farm is amazing, especially for the nature lovers who wish to spend a day with nature, and it is also perfect for a family trip. And that's all for my discussion. Thank you.
If you wanted an overnight stay, the resort has its 3 houses. Prices 1,050 per night for 2 packs, 1,500 per night for 6 packs. For day use, a bamboo cottage with prices ranging from 1,000 pesos to 1,500 pesos that can accommodate 8 to 40 persons, or option are by renting tables for only 300 Type, habal-habal or motorcycles. Schedule is daily. Route to Durano Eco Farm is Carmen proper, and drop off Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resorts is the main entrance. Average fare is approximately 65 pesos. Van or VR, schedule daily. Route, you can ride a VR from SMCT Van Terminal. Inform the driver to drop you off at Carmen Public Market. Bus fare is 40 person. From there, ride a habal-habal and tell the driver to bring you to Durano Eco Farm. Fare is 35 way. Travel time is around 50 minutes. Bus, schedule daily. Route to Durano Eco Farm is from the North Bus Terminal. Ride any bus bound to Carmen or Sugod. Inform the driver to drop you off the Carmen Public Market. Bus fare is 150 per person. From there, ride the habal-habal and tell the driver to bring you to Durano Eco Farm. Fare is 35 away, 35 pesos way, travel time is around 15 minutes.
Good morning, ma'am. Before I formally begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Christine Rio Plimo, and my assigned topic is all about table number 10, peace and order. The table number 10 has the name of the incident and the description, but the column number 10 has the order, and it's all about no corkage fee, waste segregation, pandemic strike, and last one is time duration. And also, the piece it's all about longing the bands of family and friends and co-workers and companion. But the best guaranteed suggestion about how to develop the Durano Eco Farm Spring Resort are the only one order that all about the waste segregation to maintain the cleanliness of the resort spring. And also, it promotes the sustainable development. And that will be all. Thank you.
So good day, I am Kayla Sagorino, and these are the emergency contacts that we have searched for in case if there is emergency in the resort or in the area. When you have something to report to the police, you can call or text their contact number at the local police station in Carmen, Cebu using their number 09-355-090582 and their Municipal Risk Reduction Management Council Office or MDRRMO. You can also call on their number 0923 40387. When there is a fire, just call the number of the Bureau of Fire Protection or BFP in Carmen, Cebu, and these are the number 096179 and their health service or provincial ambulance. Just call the number 093262 You can also call the number of Office of the Mayor, which is the 032-429-9422, and for the Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort personnel, just call the number 0916-8277-377. The tourism project in the past 5 years of Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resorts is the improvisation of surroundings, infrastructure, room accommodation, and the natural attraction of sites. And the duration is on August 2017, and the implementing agency are the site owner and tourism officer. And they partnered with the DOT regional offices, and their source of funds is the regular funds.
Going over Table 9, Peace and Order and Incidents of Crime. First on the list, kidnapping of tourists in which no incident occurred. And site, drowning of tourists in which, this instance, a child almost drowned 6 feet area of the spring pool, but the child was rescued and then saved. Petty theft involving local guides in which also no incident involved. Road accidents involving tourists. On some occasion, vehicles have minor accidents on the road while traveling to the site, given that the area has so many blind curves. So extra caution is required while driving. Next, prostitution or sexual harassment, in which no incident happened on site. Wildlife encounters. So as an eco farm, the resort is home to various wildlife, and this adds to the charm of the place. It also possesses potential risk. Unexpected encounters with wildlife can lead to injuries. Next, pedophiles, in which no incident happened on site. Masseurs got pregnant by tourists or trafficking, in which no incident also happened on site. Trafficking of women and children, same, no incident happened on site. Incident of female tourists traveling alone, no incident also happened on the site. And lastly, inadvertent injuries such as slipping and falling. And so there are inherent risks associated with swimming and other water activities. These include potential drowning, injuries from jumping or diving into the water, which such an incident has previously occurred. The person involved in this accident was drunk, slipped, and fell into the spring pool, but he was then rescued with no serious wounds. Moving on to the Table 10, Hazards Matrix. First hazard, earthquake, location, Carmen, Cebu, in the Durano Eco Farm Spring Resort, in which 20 population was affected. Landslide, 5 population was affected. Tidal waves, no population was affected. Volcanic eruptions, no population was affected. Storm surge, in which no population was also affected. Lastly, wildlife encounter, having one of the population affected. And that's all. Moving on to the next table, table 11. Thank you.
Good day, Mom. I'm Donna Jean R. Valendes, and I was assigned to this area where the topic is infrastructure, which is tables 11 and 12. Table 11, infrastructure, roads and bridges. The road that can be used going to the destination, which is the Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort and the Cebu Safari Adventure Park, is the provincial road. One of the areas covered by this road is Barangay Corte, Carmen, Cebu. The status of this road is that it is made of concrete from the town to the barangay of Corte. However, there are some parts which the road is rough, especially going to the main location, which is the Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort. Hopefully, it will be fixed by the local government for the safe travel of the tourists. So let's now proceed to the table 12, infrastructure others. Let's now focus on the infrastructure found at the Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort, which are our main destination. First, they have a visitor information center that provides information about the site. It is fully operational. Rest areas with separate comfort rooms. They have separate comfort rooms for males and females, and the cleanliness of the facility is well maintained by the staff. They also have a view deck, but unfortunately, it is not yet functional, and hopefully, it will be open to the tourists to add more attractiveness to the site. The Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resorts have signages that provides guides to the tourists, which make it easier for them to roam around the site. They also have a good condition internet service provider which falls under communication. They also have electricity powered by solar power. However, their water utility is not that good because sometimes they can experience a water shortage which hopefully will be fixed.
Let's proceed now with the letter C, or the profile of tourist visitors, and here is the table 13. The table 13 is the summary of tourists or visitors, which consists the year, the attraction, number, sex, which is the female or male, and the place of residence, whether the visitor is a resident or a non-resident there, or is she or he a foreign. So in Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort, I have interviewed someone there, staff, physically and personally, that the year 2022, they have shared to me that the number of visitors within a week is almost 200, and so I divided it by 4, so it will be a total of 800. And for a year 2022, they have a number of 9,600 estimated number, and they identify that the male is 3,360 and the female is 6,240. The 3,360 is 35%, and the 6,240 is 65% of the total number, which is the 9,600. Therefore, in the place of residence, the resident usually there is almost just a 45%, because usually the visitors who come and visit the attraction, which is the Durano, is someone a non-resident. It's either living outside their place, outside Carmen, Cebu, and or a foreign, which a total of 5,280, and it is 55% of the number, and that's only for a year 2022. So here is the goals, objectives, and targets. A. Strategic issue and challenges affecting local tourism. Table 14 is problem identification matrix. So here consists site attraction, component, and problem or issues. So our site is Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort. So the component here, it has a food and beverages. So they serve a limited selection of food and beverages because they only have a sari-sari store. They don't have a big restaurants and so on, but they offer foods, but just limited to your needs. Accommodations provide basic only accommodation facilities such as comfort rooms and rooms, but the rooms that they have is only limited to, so there are only 4, but they have a cottage, and the activities is limited only to swimming. So the place is not too large and you cannot play there as much as you want because there are risk factors. There are risk of falling or sliding because it's quite slippery out there or some parts of the areas. In the environment, the natural, social, economic impact of its component is it has a problem or issues of improper waste of disposal, mosquitoes, and slippery rocks abound. So as what I have said earlier, that the floor or the ground is quiet, there are parts that is slippery, so you have to be extra careful. So the transportation to and from site or ongoing to outbound is inbound or outbound is there are no public transportation services near to the exact site. Only private vehicles have advantages. So you cannot really ride a jeepney in the exact site, but you can ride a jeepney in the town. You have to ride a habal-habal first before going to town. But if you use a private vehicle, then it will be great and it will be a good advantage to you. So other facilities and services. There are no restaurant or cafe in this site, yes, is what I have said in the accommodation. So only a small store and doesn't even have enough to satisfy the needs and wants of the tourists. Because there are that we have as a tourist or as someone who have her or his needs, then we ask for more, and if we ask for more and then it's not available in the store, so you better prepare it and have it already before you go to the Durano Eco Farm in Spring Resort. So in other infrastructure, the rooms need renovations. So on the lack of supply of electricity, because it is quite far, it is a mountainous, so it is a mountainous area, and there is an electricity which is powered by solar, such as that. Next is tourism goals, objectives, and targets. So in table 15, here is the result, sector goals, targets, and success indicators. So as a researcher, we in my team, group researchers, have gathered ideas to what are the goals, objectives that we have to conduct or to make or to implement to help further develop the site. So here is the goal. So the sector goals in economic is the increased income of host community. Of course, it is essential that the host community itself has its gross income, highest rates of income. So the target here is at least 50% growth from the initial state by 2024. So success indicators is we have provided that the average income of host community, so at least 50% of average income. So if we say that the average income is 250,000, then that will do. So objectives is to increase the number of employment. So job employment in our industry is very helpful. It increase the opportunities in the host community. So we hired, or we the researchers asked that whom they hired, who are the staffs here, where are they living. So they have said and they have responded to my interview that usually the staff there are lumad, or like living there exactly, so nearby places only. So now that is great, right? So citizens living near the tourist destination, particularly in Corte Carmen. So the success indicators here is more staffs and employees working in the site from host communities, because when we go there are only 20 employees or staffs. So we the researchers would like to suggest to even hire more, right? If they have an increase of income, then there is a higher rate or higher chance that they will hire more employees. That will be good. So develop and regenerate further in order to foster growth and prosperity in the destination and make it a well-known and visited destination. So infrastructures, accommodations, and natural surroundings are our targets. So number of visitors and its popularity among the other sites in Cebu. So that will be advantage if this site will be known in social media anywhere around Cebu or even other countries, because it will have the chance to become the most visited site. So let's proceed in environment. So the goal in environment is the protecting biodiversity, conservation, and preservation of the nature in the site. So natural resources that sustain the site's rich biodiversity. Natural assets and biodiversity have been conserved and preserved. So our objectives here is it ensures resource preservation and long-term sustainability. So flora and fauna's energy, resource, and its natural surroundings is our targets. And the success indicators that we have provided is the protected is maintained and insusceptible environment. So implement conservation projects focusing in long-term and use and long-term success, so which is very essential in each site. So provide a build-up bin for trashes and promote impose proper waste disposal and easy access. So promote renewable energy resources, utilization of solar and hydroelectric power. So that is the goals and objectives that we have gathered, that we have come up together with my group. So that will be essential because the place is very natural, yet the settings is very greenish. Greenish. There are trees around, the rivers. You can see it's perfect for unwinding, I could say. In social, our goal is to promote inclusivity, enhance community relationships, and foster a sense of belonging in both the local and visitor communities. So our targets is residents and non-residents, local and foreign. Of course, all of the visitors is our target. The success indicators to leave a positive impact on the site and the communities in travel destination. Of course, all of the sites should ask for the positive impact, because the positive impact will leave a good impression that they will come back again in each site or in the site. So our objectives is to support local community, businesses, cultural exchange for the site's growth and development. Our target is the local community, business-minded individuals, and the site's gross domestic product. So the GDP is also our target because we aim for a higher rate of GDP as it is a factor or a risk factor of like far away or far from the city, far from the town. So we are encouraging and we are promoting this site to be a well-visited site. So higher rate of visitors, faster social well-being, and positive change will be the impact or the success indicator here. So improved accommodation and increased sanitation of all facilities is very essential in each aspect. Of course, cleanliness comes first. 100% service and maintenance for cleanliness is what we have suggest and is what we are targeting. So clean and safe use of public health facilities such as the comfort rooms. Now let's proceed in this strategic direction or strategic programs, projects, and activities. So here in the table 16 is the identification of tourism PPAs. So it consists the goals, objectives, strategy, program, projects, activities. So we, the researchers, have gathered this information or implementation, which is 1. Increased income of host community. So our objectives is to develop and regenerate further in order to foster growth and prosperity in the destination and make it a well-known and visited destination. So our strategy is to implement a sustainability strategy that ensures existing resources and reinforces their preservation. Of course, the PPEs that we have come up is the green space, transportation alternatives, promotion and awareness campaigns, eco-friendly product development. So those are the PPEs that we have gathered as a researcher for a specific site, which is the Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort. The second goal is to protecting biodiversity, conservation, and preservation of the nature in the site. So our objectives is to ensure resource preservation and long-term sustainability, as we have known that this site is eco-friendly and it is all in nature. So we enforce energy and water conservation measures at the facility. So the PPEs that we have come up is the renewable energy initiatives, water conservation projects, sustainable construction, because the site is somewhat far and it is very essential to have electricity. So at least a renewable one will do. And water conservation, because when we visit the site, it lacks of water. So sometimes the water is off and it is not advisable that the visitor will ask, where is the water? Why there is no water? So that's one of our goals. Our goal to promote that PPE, second of our goals. So the third goals that we have gathered is to promote inclusivity, enhance community relationships, and foster a sense of belonging in both the local and visitor communities. So we support the local communities, businesses, and cultural exchange for the site's growth and development. So our strategy is to create an empowering environment and attract travelers seeking diverse and welcoming destination. So we should welcome all the visitors no matter who they are, where they came from, what their race is, color, age, height, and so on. So this place should be open and inclusive for all. So we have gathered a PPEs like celebrate different local traditions, as we Filipino are very known for our traditionals and culturals like festivals and so on. So post entertainment and activities for all. So there should be an activity. It's even in the site or in social media. Of course, it is to promote the site itself and to create safe and inclusive spaces. That will be very important to all. And that is our goals for the Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort. And I hope that you will have to change your mind to visit first the Durano Farm before you say something to it. Because I could say that it is a very welcoming place, a very natural because of the natural setting, and the ambience is very scenic, and you cannot ask for more than to relax in Durano Eco Farm and Spring Resort.